Welcome back to the Kung Fu Advantage. I'm your host, Nakonsy Truong, and in today's episode, we're diving deep into the concept of resilience, the strength to overcome and persevere. Resilience is often described as the ability to bounce back from challenges. But in Kung Fu, resilience means much more than that. It's about mental toughness, emotional flexibility, and learning to grow from setbacks. Whether you're a student of Kung Fu or simply navigating life's difficulties, resilience is the foundation of personal strength. In this episode, we'll explore how Kung Fu develops resilience through physical challenges, mental discipline, and emotional growth, and how those lessons apply to life off the mat. What is resilience? Resilience is often described as the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. However, it's more than just bouncing back from adversity. It's about learning from challenges and emerging stronger. Resilience involves mental toughness, emotional flexibility, and the willingness to keep moving forward even when things seem impossible. In Kung Fu, resilience is developed through a combination of physical challenges, mental discipline, and emotional growth. Every student, from children to seniors, learn that progress in Kung Fu is not linear. Setbacks are inevitable, and resilience is what turns those setbacks into stepping stones toward mastery. How Kung Fu develops resilience. 1. Facing physical challenges, building grit through training. Kung Fu provides a structured environment where students are constantly faced with physical challenges, whether it's perfecting a difficult technique, enduring long training sessions, or recovering from mistakes during sparring. These challenges build physical resilience as the body learns to adapt, recover, and grow stronger with each obstacle. Kung Fu in practice. Imagine a student learning a challenging form. At first, the movements feel awkward, the body isn't coordinated, and frustration builds. But through repetition and consistent effort, the student's body adapts. Muscles strengthen, and movements become fluid. This process of overcoming physical difficulty builds not just muscle, but mental and emotional resilience as well. Real life application. In everyday life, physical resilience learned in Kung Fu translates to handling the physical demands of work, family, and personal responsibilities. For example, when faced with fatigue or physical stress, resilience allows you to keep pushing through until the task is done, while maintaining focus and determination. 2. Overcoming mental barriers, training the mind to persist. Resilience in Kung Fu isn't just physical, it's deeply rooted in mental discipline. Students often face mental barriers, thoughts like, I can't do this, I'm not strong enough, or I'll never get better. Kung Fu teaches students to push past these mental blocks, understanding that the mind is often the biggest obstacle to success. Kung Fu in practice. During a difficult sparring session, a student may feel overwhelmed, unsure of how to counter their opponent's moves. Instead of giving up or getting frustrated, the student learns to focus, control their thoughts, and push through the discomfort. Over time, this mental discipline turns into a resilient mindset where challenges are met with determination rather than defeat. Real life application. Outside of Kung Fu, mental resilience is crucial for tackling life's challenges, whether it's dealing with academic pressures, career setbacks, or personal struggles. The ability to push through mental resistance and stay focused on long term goals is a direct result of building resilience in training. 3. Embracing failure as a learning tool, resilience through setbacks. In Kung Fu, failure is not seen as the end, but as an opportunity for growth. Students are constantly reminded that every mistake or failure in training is a chance to learn, adapt, and improve. This mindset fosters emotional resilience, where failure no longer feels like a personal shortcoming, but an integral part of the learning process. Kung Fu in practice. Imagine a student attempting to break a board for the first time. They may not succeed on the first try, but instead of getting discouraged, They are encouraged to analyze what went wrong. Was their stance off? Was their focus lacking? This reflection allows the student to come back stronger and more prepared, with resilience guiding them toward eventual success. Real life application. In everyday situations, the ability to reframe failure is a hallmark of resilience. For instance, after a failed job interview or a personal setback, a resilient person doesn't dwell on the failure. Instead, they reflect on what went wrong, learn from the experience, and approach the next challenge with newfound strength. 4. Physical recovery. Bouncing back from injury. Kung Fu also teaches resilience through the process of physical recovery. Students often face minor injuries or physical setbacks, and the practice encourages them to take the time to heal properly while maintaining their focus on recovery as part of their training. This teaches not just physical resilience, but emotional patience and acceptance during the healing process. Kung Fu in practice. When a student gets injured, they are taught to approach recovery with the same discipline as training. By focusing on gentle movement, mindful stretching, and gradual strengthening, students learn to respect their body's healing process while staying mentally engaged in their Kung Fu journey. Real life application. In life, the resilience developed through physical recovery in Kung Fu translates to the ability to bounce back from illness, stress, or exhaustion. It teaches patience with the process of recovery, helping individuals remain positive and proactive while healing. The core components of resilience in Kung Fu. 1. Endurance, pushing beyond physical and mental limits. Endurance in Kung Fu means the ability to keep going even when the body is tired, the mind is distracted, or the emotions are frazzled. This resilience builds grit, or the perseverance needed to achieve long term goals. Kung Fu in practice. Endurance is tested in extended training sessions, where students are pushed beyond their comfort zone, whether it's holding stances longer than expected or completing a series of challenging drills. The training forces students to find their inner strength and persist through discomfort. Real life application. The endurance built in Kung Fu prepares individuals to face long term challenges in life, from academic pressures to demanding careers. It gives them the resilience to stay committed, even when results aren't immediate. 2. Flexibility, adapting to change. Resilience is not just about being tough, it's also about being flexible. Flexibility allows students to adapt to different challenges, whether it's an unexpected change in a sparring partner's strategy or the need to modify a technique based on individual strengths and weaknesses. Kung Fu in practice. Flexibility in Kung Fu comes from both physical training, like stretching and dynamic movement, and mental adaptability. When a student faces an opponent with a different style, they must quickly adapt, change their approach, and remain fluid in their movements. Real life application. In life, flexibility is essential for adapting to unexpected changes, whether it's a shift in responsibilities at work, a move to a new city, or changes in family dynamics. The mental flexibility developed through Kung Fu helps individuals remain resilient and adaptable in all situations. 3. Emotional strength, handling stress and adversity. Resilience in Kung Fu also includes building emotional strength. Emotional resilience allows students to manage stress, handle failure, and maintain a positive attitude even when the odds seem against them. This emotional strength is critical for maintaining composure in both training and life. Kung Fu in practice. In moments of intense training, students are encouraged to remain calm under pressure. Whether sparring or performing in front of others, Kung Fu teaches students to manage their emotions, breathe deeply, and stay focused despite the stress. Real life application. Emotional resilience translates to handling high pressure situations like exams, job interviews, or personal conflicts. The ability to stay calm and collected during stressful times helps individuals navigate adversity with clarity and strength. Resilience across age groups. How Kung Fu develops this skill for all. For children, children naturally face many small setbacks, whether it's learning a new skill or overcoming a fear. Kung Fu teaches children the value of persistence and staying with something, even when it's hard. Resilience in children is about learning to overcome frustration and developing the confidence to keep trying. Example: a child learning a new form may struggle to remember the movements. With encouragement from instructors and parents, the child learns to keep practicing, developing resilience by understanding that effort leads to improvement. For teens, teenagers face increasing challenges in both their personal and academic lives. Building resilience during these formative years helps them face peer pressure, academic stress, and social dynamics. Kung Fu teaches teens to confront these pressures with emotional strength, perseverance, and flexibility. Example: a teen who feels overwhelmed with schoolwork can draw on the resilience built in Kung Fu to break tasks down, approach them with focus, and handle the stress calmly, rather than giving up or becoming discouraged. For adults, adults often experience long term stress in their careers, family life, and personal goals. Kung Fu provides a structured outlet for building physical and mental resilience, helping adults persevere in the face of setbacks, manage stress, and find the flexibility to adapt to life's demands. Example: an adult juggling career pressures and family responsibilities can use the resilience developed in Kung Fu to stay committed to both without feeling overwhelmed, knowing that they have the strength to handle whatever comes their way. For seniors, resilience in older adults focuses on maintaining physical health and emotional well being. Kung Fu helps seniors build resilience by keeping the body flexible, the mind sharp, and the spirit strong, allowing them to adapt to physical changes, recover from setbacks, and maintain a positive outlook on life. Example: a senior facing a physical limitation or injury can use the resilience developed in Kung Fu to focus on gradual recovery, maintaining a positive mindset, and finding ways to stay active and engaged despite challenges. Resilience as the backbone of personal strength. Resilience is the backbone of success in any aspect of life. Whether it's physical, mental, or emotional resilience, the ability to persist through difficulty and adapt to change is a skill that is vital for people of all ages. Through Kung Fu, students learn that setbacks are not failures. They are opportunities to grow stronger, both inside and out. By focusing on endurance, flexibility, and emotional strength, Kung Fu teaches students that resilience is not just about surviving challenges, but about thriving despite them. This resilience becomes a core part of who they are, helping them face life's obstacles with confidence, grace, and determination. Parents as the foundation of resilience, shaping character through commitment. One of the most important lessons a parent can teach their child is the value of commitment. The understanding that seeing things through builds character, discipline, and strength. Children will inevitably face moments when they want to quit, especially when something feels difficult, frustrating, or no longer exciting. In those moments, it's tempting for a parent to allow them to stop and move on to something else. However, by doing so, the opportunity to develop the vital trait of resilience is lost. Parents serve as the foundation of their child's resilience, standing firm in the belief that challenges are not something to avoid, but something to embrace. This support teaches children that commitment is not just about sticking with something when it's easy, but about enduring when things get tough. The hidden cost of quitting: short term relief, long term consequences. When a child is allowed to quit in the face of difficulty, They may feel temporary relief, but over time, they miss out on developing the skills and strength needed to handle adversity. Every time a child chooses comfort over challenge, they are reinforcing a pattern of avoiding growth and seeking immediate gratification. While it may feel easier in the moment, this choice can lead to several long term consequences. Weakening of grit. Resilience is built by pushing through obstacles. Without the experience of overcoming challenges, children miss out on the opportunity to build grit, which is essential for handling future hardships. Limiting potential. Quitting too soon deprives children of the chance to develop a deeper understanding of themselves, their abilities, and the satisfaction that comes from mastering something difficult. Short term focus. By choosing to quit when things get hard, children may become more focused on short term satisfaction, never learning to delay gratification for long term goals. By helping a child navigate the difficult moments, parents are not only preventing them from giving up, but also teaching them to see challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. How parents can help their child build resilience. 1. Reframing challenges as opportunities for growth. Children often view challenges as obstacles that should be avoided. However, parents can help shift this perspective by teaching their child that struggle is a part of growth. Kung Fu, like any meaningful pursuit, comes with moments of frustration and difficulty, but it is through these moments that the greatest progress is made. Conversation starter. It's okay to feel frustrated right now. Every time you push through these difficult moments, you're becoming stronger. The harder it feels, the more you're learning. This reframing helps children understand that growth requires discomfort and that they are capable of enduring and overcoming more than they realize. 2. Highlighting the value of commitment. Commitment is about staying with something, even when the excitement wears off or when progress feels slow. Parents can help their child see that following through on their promises, both to themselves and others, builds a sense of integrity and self respect. Conversation starter. When you started Kung Fu, you were excited about learning new things, and that's great. But the real learning happens when you stick with it, even when it's not as fun. That's how you build real strength, by following through. By encouraging commitment, parents teach their child that honoring their commitments leads to greater rewards than the immediate relief of quitting. 3. Focusing on the bigger picture. Children often get caught up in the immediacy of their feelings, whether it's frustration, boredom, or discouragement. Parents can help broaden their perspective by focusing on the long term benefits of perseverance. Success in Kung Fu and in life come from consistent effort over time, not from quick results. Conversation starter. Right now it feels tough, but imagine how you'll feel when you look back and see how far you've come. Every step you take now is getting you closer to your goals, even if it doesn't feel that way in the moment. By teaching children to focus on the long term rewards of their efforts, parents can help them develop the mindset of delayed gratification, which is key to resilience. 4. Balancing encouragement with accountability. While children need support, they also need to be held accountable for their decisions. Allowing them to quit when things get hard sends the message that discomfort is something to be avoided. Instead, parents can support their child by encouraging them to keep going and by standing firm in their expectations. Conversation starter. I know this feels tough, but we don't quit just because things get hard. You made a commitment to yourself, and I'm here to help you follow through on that. By holding their child accountable, parents teach that resilience is built not by avoiding challenges, but by enduring and overcoming them. Why perseverance matters. The lifelong benefits of resilience. Resilience isn't just about enduring the short term challenges of Kung Fu training. It's about learning to face the inevitable obstacles that life presents. Children who learn to persevere through difficulty are better prepared for the ups and downs of school, relationships, and eventually their careers. Allowing a child to quit too easily can set a precedent that will affect their future in significant ways. In school, children who give up on challenging subjects may struggle to develop the persistence needed for academic success. In relationships, avoiding difficult conversations or conflicts can hinder their ability to build strong, healthy relationships. In adulthood, the habit of quitting in the face of difficulty can translate into a lack of commitment in work, relationships, or personal growth. By guiding their child through tough moments, parents are helping them build the inner strength needed to navigate future challenges with confidence and resilience. Parents as the foundation of strength. Parents are the primary role models for their children, and the way they handle adversity can deeply influence how their children respond to challenges. By teaching their child that quitting isn't an option when things get hard, parents are setting the foundation for a lifetime of resilience, perseverance, and success. Through Kung Fu, children are exposed to both physical and mental challenges that test their patience and determination. Parents who encourage their children to keep going, even when it's difficult, are reinforcing the value of effort, discipline, and character development. Supporting your child's journey toward resilience. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Recognize your child's small victories and efforts along the way, rather than focusing only on the outcome. Celebrate the fact that they are showing up and putting in the work, even if the results take time. Model resilience in your own life. Children learn by example. Share your own experiences of perseverance and how you've worked through difficult situations, showing them that resilience is a lifelong skill. Be a steady source of encouragement. When your child is discouraged, remind them of the progress they've already made and how their persistence will pay off in the long run. Building a resilient mindset for life. The ability to persevere through difficulty is one of the greatest strengths a child can develop, and it begins with the small challenges they face today. By helping their child push through the difficult moments in their Kung Fu training, parents are teaching them that resilience is not just about enduring hardship, but about growing stronger because of it. The lessons learned in the school of commitment, perseverance, and discipline will serve them far beyond martial arts, preparing them for the inevitable challenges that life presents. Through the consistent guidance and support of their parents, children will learn that success is built on effort and that true growth comes from embracing, rather than avoiding, life's challenges. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Kung Fu Advantage. Resilience is the backbone of success, and through Kung Fu, we learn to face obstacles with strength and grace. Whether it's pushing through physical fatigue or overcoming emotional setbacks, resilience allows us to grow stronger and persevere. If you found this episode helpful, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more insights and updates. And if you know someone who could benefit from building resilience, share this episode with them. Join me next time as we continue exploring the valuable life skills that Kung Fu can help develop. Until then, stay resilient, keep training, and remember, strength comes from overcoming, not avoiding challenges.